welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am doing a Bujo or set up my diary with me kind of thing, and I am setting up for August. So my July theme was blueberry Kiki, so Kiki's delivery service. So if that's something you're interested in, please check out my previous videos. And then the one before that was just like Studio Ghibli food kind of inspired. So this month I am doing a kind of a new one which I'm quite excited for. I'm going to go and show you my weekly spreads. So these are my weekly spreads, so you can kind of get an idea of what it is that my theme is about. So for a little bit of context, so my pen pal Mila sent me some bunny stationery. So she sent me a whole bunch of these really cute little washi tape stickers, which I thought were really cute, as well as these memo notes. This one will come up a few times, and I thought they were super cute and I really liked them, and I decided I wanted to do an entire journaling theme based around it. And I also made, which will come up in a later video, a pen pal based on them also. As I said, I wanted to do an entire theme based around it. Also, can we just take a moment to enjoy my pencil cases because they're really cute. Okay, so this is my theme for this month. So what I have done is I scanned the little bunnies in the memo notes, and then I went over it and made them into opaque stickers that I can use and enjoy. So I also changed the colouring and stuff up so that I had more variety of colours of the bunnies, because I thought variety was always quite nice. But obviously if you look at these two, the main star of the show is the white bunny, and I also made a bunch of bits and pieces for it. So this is based on the memo note, which is this one here. I made a cool little like cover for August, and then using the bunny and the kind of the same theme, I then created this little art piece which I thought went really well with everything. And then I also made this mood tracker as well, with kind of like all vibing with the same theme. So that is kind of what my monthly spread theme is all about. Okay, so this will be my front cover. So we will need this little dude here. But I'm also using jelly roll pens for my decorating. So I'm going to fill in this is what I did last month. Okay, so that is my self-care bingo page. I don't know, so if you're new to my channel, this isn't my original idea. I got it from somebody else, and I have been doing it for a really long time now. Self-care bingo pages are really good if you find it very difficult, like myself, to be kind to yourself and do things for you. And it's kind of like a little reminder of things that I haven't done, or if I feel kind of down, I'm like, I could really do something for myself, or I want to do something for myself but I don't know what. It's a nice little kind of inspiration page on things to do. So for example, this is for last month. It's not the end of the month yet, so I'm still doing it. So I have already done a few of these, and technically I've already done that one as well, so let's cross that one off. It also means that when you feel like you haven't done anything for like all month, it's really nice to actually see you fill it in. For example, treating yourself doesn't necessarily have to be financial. For example, I do apologize if you guys like absolutely hate them, but I have made these for really super chunky rings. And I really like them because I am in the mood for kind of like more punk styles lately. And while that's all well and good, a lot of it, so I have outfits that you can like punkify, if that makes sense. But it costs a lot to do stuff like that, and like buy things and like just things like that. So I took the time of actually trying to do what punks used to do back in the day, which is make their own jewelry out of and accessories and things out of things around them. For me, I express a lot of my stuff through my hands, so that we're talking about nails, rings and bracelets. So that's something that I've always kind of, I look at my hands the most, so that's why especially because when I fidget and stuff, so I want to decorate it depending on my mood. So I spent the time over the weekend and end up like designing and making these rings in order to kind of embrace that. So I see that as that's me treating myself, because I'm giving myself something that like I really wanted, even though I couldn't afford it. So it doesn't have, things like this doesn't have to be like, oh, you have to go out and like spend money on yourself like every month, that kind of thing. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but like you don't have to. So it's just like a little example of like the beauty of actually using bullet journals and things like that, because it's about recording and your life and helping organize your life. So if it's not just the aesthetic, don't get me wrong, aesthetic's great, but there is an actual use and purpose for diaries. So I just thought like I would like put it out there that you don't have to kind of like go on above and beyond, and that like little things like that can be nice. So just throwing that bit out there. So that is my front cover. Now I need to decorate my little front cover. So we're gonna add a bunch of little bunny stickers in here. I think a lot of people like to decorate bullet journals but don't actually realize it's a tool to actually, you know, help organize and help keep track of things. And for me, I like to write, I have a really bad memory, so I like to have diaries and things like that. So when you ask me what did I do, if you asked me without any prompts, I'd be like, I have no idea. But if I look at through my notes in my everyday journal, I'll be like, oh, I did that, and all the memories come back. So it's more like I need cues to remember. So for me, it's definitely a tool in order to kind of like, oh, I was supposed to do this, or oh, so-and-so's birthday is coming up. And I do use my phone diary calendar thing a lot as well, especially when I'm on the go, because I don't really take this out and about with me because it's heavy. So I am definitely one that like tries to fill it in every couple of days. And I say every couple of days because I would like to say I do it daily, but the truth is life can be a bit overwhelming, and then you forget and oh, I'll do it later, and then it's the end of the week, like, what did I do on Tuesday? So that's like honest to God real life struggles that I deal with. But even if it takes me like a moment and I have to like think back, like what did we do, and it's just really helpful. And it's especially helpful when I have appointments, and especially health appointments, and then especially helpful when you're like kind of keep track of things like your mood, or because I like to keep track of my mood, because it's handy just to keep an eye on like your own mental state and how you're doing. So I'm not going to go completely crazy with the decorating, because I kind of want it to remain relatively simple. If you have been following me, you might actually get see kind of a similar theme with this bunny theme. So while I used the lovely stationery Mila sent me, I have actually done a white and blue bunny theme, and I did it, I believe, for January. So if you're interested, check that out, because I absolutely loved how that turned out. And this feels like it's definitely a more kind of, well, that one was, especially if you look at my mood tracker, please look at it. Please check out my video. My mood tracker was amazing. It's definitely one of the first like kind of, I want to do something really cool for my mood trackers, and that's kind of where it kind of started. While I absolutely love, and I mean love, that setup, I try not to repeat my setup so soon and things like that, and I know I have done in the past, and I'm trying not to, only because I find variety is always nice, and like people probably don't want to see the same things again and again, and I get bored too, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't like seeing the same things again, but when like sometimes you like vibe with something so much that you're like, yeah, okay. So I used a lot of hearts throughout my journal for this month, and I think it needs it in this diary. So I have a plan because I think this will look good. Okay, so that is my front cover, and I actually think adding the little hearts really kind of tie it all in together and add more without too much. So the next page is going to be my mood. That is my moods. So I'm going to try and stick with the same direction, so everything is sticking out that way. So I'm going to do the same like so. I'm going to glue in my little moods here. So that is my funky mood tracker that I have made, which I'm pretty chuffed with, if I'm being honest. There we go, and then I am going to add some stickers to represent my moods. So these are the stickers that I use every time. I'm not sure which blues I'm going to use yet, so I'm just going to outline the hearts that's going to be coloured in so I can have a space. Left a bit too much of a gap in between each one, but whatever. And then I will colour them in depending on the moods that, like the colours that I end up choosing. Now, seeing as how much I liked going around here, I'm going to do it on this page too. Okay, so I have outlined both of the art pieces with little hearts because I think it ties in with the rest of my diary. So like the front page, we're going to keep it like consistent like that, and I think it looks really cute and adds a lot without actually being too messy. So this is my mood tracker. So these are my moods down here. I'm not sure what colors I'm going to choose yet, so I've just left them as empty hearts, but I'm fairly sure I might leave like meh here or sad like as white, so I won't color them in and they will remain white bunnies. If you look through my weekly spreads, I do have other colors of bunnies, so I could just change the other bunnies and keep one of them white, which I think would look kind of cool. So that's my mood tracker. So far I'm like really liking how these two pages have been turning out. So for this page, this is my monthly overview, and because of how I've started doing this, so I started doing it with this one, well, not with this one, the week before, but when it's like got needs the whole 5, I had realized that there is not a whole lot of space, and I ended up finding the perfect thing last time, and I thought it was really cool, and I decided to kind of make a mini kind of monthly overview thing, which is matching kind of that, but I've like cut it up and I've changed it up so that it would fit perfectly in here. And then I'm going to go around it all with the hearts, which is going to take a little while, but I think it's going to look really good once I've done it. So I have some bits free here, so I was wondering if like I had another bunny that I can stick in there. That doesn't really work, so I'm just going to stick the one in here and then go around everything with the little hearts, because I'm really feeling the little hearts. I just think it adds quite a lot without actually overwhelming the design by adding like loads of stickers, for example, which usually I'm fine for, but I wanted a more clean look. so that is around that bit. So I think this needs more. So I am going to go around my actual calendar with it. For the beginning, I'm not going to go down here. I'm going to do that last because I may decide that actually I don't want it down there, because it is a calendar and that is in the middle of the calendar. So I'm not sure how that's going to look if I fill it in. So I'm going to leave that for now and then just go around these bits and then come to make a choice when I have I can see more of it. Okay, so that's around the edges and that looks empty, so I am actually going to go down here. If you're ever curious what like this gel pen is, it's a jelly roll pen and they are my favorite gel pens like of all time. Okay, so I have done the little hearts and I honestly think it's what it needed to tie it all in, because it was looking a little empty and a little sparse. As I said, I wanted like the clean look without like being too overwhelming, and I really like how this has turned out. So if we go back to the front, so we've got my front cover, which has got my self-care bingo page on it and my little design that I had made for the front cover itself, August. And I really like the little hearts. I think it was a good move because it's ultimately tied it all in together. And I also like how I added more stickers on the front page, because each of the other page has like an art piece on it, whilst I mean that on every page, 1, 2, 1 full, so it's not really big, you know what I mean. So then we've got my mood tracker, which I love, and I still stand by the fact that I am definitely going to keep one of these as white, so I don't colour in like all the white bunnies, and then that becomes like obvious what it is after it's coloured in. And if you're curious, this is still needing to be filled out properly, but that is like my mood tracker for, what was it, June, like filled in. I'm still filling this one in because I've just been busy, but that is like my blueberry run for like last month, and then that is my mood tracker. So as you can see, like once it's all filled in, all nice and colourful, like that's my strawberry version. So I try really hard to kind of like, I want it to look cool when it's finished. Like I try to think about what will it look like when I finished colouring it in. So I absolutely love this setup and this theme. I think it's so cute. And again, if you've seen, you know, I'm going to put it in my description. I'll try to remember. This is my cue to put it in. But I did a blue bunny one before, and I think it's absolutely stunning. And I really liked how that one turned out. But this is really cool. I think really like it. I think it ties in well with my monthly spreads. If you haven't noticed, so we're going to show you a fun fact. The background for this is actually this, as well as for that. So this is my redoing of that. Then I added a bunch of stickers, and as you can see, I added hearts everywhere, and there's hearts everywhere here. That's why I think the hearts went really well to tie everything in. And then this guy right here is actually my mood tracker without the numbers on them. I hope everyone is doing well, and don't forget to like look after yourself, do little things that make you happy, and look after yourself. That's why I really like the self-care bingo page. So this is my little reminder for all of you to like just kind of like be kind to yourself, love yourself, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're all doing well. I look forward. But yes, that is me for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you all in the future.